Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Monday, November 27, 2023, a little after 3:15 p.m. Eastern. We're having a time for change call this Wednesday at around 9 p.m. Eastern. In this grand river of life, we are all panning for some type of gold, whether it's financial freedom, perfect health, soulmate relationship, or profound spiritual awakening, or a month-long vacation somewhere tropical. Every single one of us is searching to strike it rich in some way. When you look into your pan of goodies, how fruitful has your search been this past year? Are you finding a few nuggets of fool's gold or coming up empty-handed? What do you have to show for your prospecting efforts? No matter what you find or don't find, good news is that you'll be shown how you can easily and effortlessly manifest all the real gold you could ever want in your life. All of us will eventually take our first step in this inner excavation journey to bringing more awareness to how we are seeking our gold. It's time to start shining our mining light in the darkest parts of our gold mine. Realize that the great gold mine you're really searching for is going to come through high vibrational thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Okay. In this world of manifesting thoughts are things. In this world of manifesting, thoughts are things. And through feeling abundant, rich, free, and in love, you are magnetizing that physical manifestation to you by learning how to trust in your imagination and listen to your intuition. You will find more of these precious gold nuggets along life's riverside. Imagination is way more powerful than knowledge. Albert Einstein made that statement. It's pretty right on. Our second step on this inner excavation journey is exploring a paradigm shift in the way we mine our gold when we're trying to pull the gold off the cavern walls. Usually, when we want to manifest something in life, this life, we're coming from a place of what? Lack, neediness, or powerlessness. This mindset only creates a pan full of rocks and sand. Take this time to notice which negative mindset you tend to come from right now. A lot of us believe, there's a lot of people, you might have heard it stated, life is not happening to you. Life is responding to you. Now, let's release this impoverished mindset by taking 3 deep, slow breaths into your belly. Feel the feelings that arise in this lacking space. Don't judge them. In fact, try thanking them for creating this lacking sensation of emptiness inside you that needs to be filled with something new. Everything has its place in this universe. And when we can welcome our darkest demons, they'll stop having power over us. When we find a glimmer of peace with our lacking feelings, we are all ready to detach from them. The next step is helping them to find the exit door via your exhalation. Breathe deeply. Release these 3 energies out of your body. Do it right now. You take 3 deep, slow breaths into your belly. Feel the feelings that arise in this lacking space. Don't judge them. In fact, try thanking them for creating this lacking sensation of emptiness inside you that needs to be filled with something new. Breathe deeply. Release these 3 energies out of your body. Do this step right now. Invite in the magical feeling that knows anything is possible. When we own our lacking, needy, or powerless patterns, we can release them. If we cannot own them, then they own us. It's important to complete this last step in a deep, heartfelt way. In fact, everything we do, practice from the heart mind. A deep, heartfelt way that feels healing or releasing to your body before you move to the next step. When we can sense a feeling of lightness or clarity, knowing there is no resistance or negative energy to moving forward, then any doubtful, skeptical thoughts that show up will not stop you from manifesting your dream. When you're feeling grounded, open, and excited to manifest something magnificent in your life with your magical manifesting powers, then do this. Remember that you are the light. You are the light. Do this visualization every day. Do it for 3 weeks in a row to fine-tune the details and ignite the golden fuel that will drive your future manifestation to you. Imagine that you're in the most beautiful cinema hall. Seated all around you, the entire theater is filled with everyone you love, watching your movie about the most amazing future of your life. Your creative imagination acts as the light pouring through the movie projector, and it has no limitations on the magnificence that you can create. Any possible thing can show up on the screen that your heart desires. It just so happens that you are also the producer and director of your movie, who can change or delete any scene that doesn't make you feel abundant, loved, happy, or free. If you can conceive it, you can achieve it. Napoleon Hill. Now, all your friends and family are in this theater and on the edge of their seats. We are soon approaching the climax of your movie. This next magical scene is where you magically materialize the most successful manifestation of your entire life. The mere thought of this scene makes your entire body glow with joy. This scene is so exciting to watch because it's actually going to happen in your life, your real life, in the near future. You're sitting in front row of the theater, and you have your best and closest friends seated all around you. You can see their faces are super excited in anticipation of seeing the next scene on the screen. Now, it slowly starts to play. What do you notice is happening on the screen? Who are you with, and what are you doing? What are you wearing? And what location are you at? Rewind and watch the scene many times to capture all the juicy details. Whatever we dwell on is what we draw into our life. Whatever we dwell on is what we draw into our life. So you view this scene over and over many times and then freeze it on that one image that really makes your heart sing. What is happening in this picture? Hold your attention on the image and the feeling it brings your body for at least 45 seconds in a row. The longer you hold the image, the easier it becomes to dig through the crust and discover many layers of gold. Trust in yourself. Trust in the wisdom of this universe. And trust in the unfolding of your life's path. You are exactly where you need to be. After you have captured the most powerful moment of your movie, take a deep breath, because now we are going to watch how this scene has transformed your entire life 1 year later in the future. Everyone in the theater is standing up and applauding you with great love in their eyes. There, you are on this giant screen, and everyone is witnessing all the amazing ways that your life has changed. Notice how you feel inside now that you've manifested everything you wanted. Feel the relief in your heart and see the big smile on your face. Feel how your heart and body are glowing. Your heart is radiating with golden light. There is an aura of gold light all around you. You feel how easy and fun it is to attract anything your heart desires. You can see how this golden magnetic energy around you is growing stronger and expanding even bigger. Now, visualize this golden light spreading out through your entire house, city, country, and the whole planet. As this golden vibration radiates out into the world, see how you are relaxing and enjoying the greatest life you can imagine. And remember, you are the highest authority in your life. Now it's time to exit the theater. And on your way home, you know that this universe is here to fulfill every wish, need, want, and desire that you have. You know that whatever you want next will instantly magnetize to you. You realize that you are the greatest gold mine of them all. Feel how this magical manifesting energy inside you is real and rooted deep inside you. Allow yourself to easily access this feeling that you can easily and effortlessly manifest whatever you want Notice how good this feels. I invite you to practice this movie visualization as often as you want. The more you do it, the better you'll get at it. And the more likely you'll be completely shocked by the results. With each movie viewing, you will soon be seeing your natural ability to manifest become stronger, more magical in the real world. It's such a wonderful feeling to know that any gold nuggets that you desire in your life can come your way with effortless ease. And a really good statement is, enjoy life because it has an expiration date. If by chance you're struggling to find any golden nuggets or super positive feelings in your movie, there is most likely a negative skeptical saboteur hidden behind the scenes. You may not feel safe or empowered enough to imagine your best possible future. Sometimes we get stuck on not feeling creative or childlike in our imagination. Or perhaps we have negative voices in our heads that are loud and stopping us from feeling the joy right underneath our seats. Often we fail to recognize the magical aspect of our being. Ego tends to focus solely on what we're missing or remains fixated on complaints about what it's unable to manifest. So take as long as you can to feel what this lacking part needs. And this can help give direction as to what you want to manifest in your movie. Dig deep inside yourself, and you will find the most potent moments of your past where you'd like to rewrite that script. This can be your creative fuel to imagine where you need to harvest massive nuggets of joy, laughter, freedom, success, or wisdom. You can use any negative events to inspire new positive feelings and fuel more joy and creativity in your movie. It feels good to recognize that whatever gold you desire is already there for your taking. You simply have to imagine, choose to imagine, it's on its way to you. So be grateful for the riches you are about to manifest. The more you watch your greatest life movie, the easier it gets to naturally shift your consciousness and see the steps you next need to take to become more abundant and free. So, everything is connected. Doing this movie, you begin to understand, you learn more about who and what you are. And its intent, pretty simple. It's not complicated for us. We know that we project whatever we project, right? Whatever you're focusing on, whatever you're thinking about, for any length of period of time, is given to you. We cannot explore this enough because it's connected to everything. And the crucial part of it is actually believing, truly believing within your heart mind, that this universe is your best friend. Absolutely, without a question, without a doubt at all. It always has your back. It's always supporting you. and it's always loving you. Always. You might notice through your life when you reflect, right? And you plug certain things into your movie. But you might see things and start to understand things. You can change anything. And when you have that kind of confidence, trust, and faith in the universe, you're going to have it in yourself. This is anything. This is just, some people want a happy life, right? Some people want a money life, right? Some people want a love life. And some people want it all. Is there anything wrong with having your cake and eating it too? No, none whatsoever. But most of us have the kickback feeling of saying, that's not practical, or that's not realistic, and remember, anything is possible. Everything's realistic, whatever you ask for. But you got to be careful. You got to be careful, because if you're not minding your thoughts, if you're not managing your thoughts, and you direct, let's say, a lazy request. What a lazy request is, it's not detailed at all. It's mainly superficial, so there's a lot of loose ends to your request that you don't even pick up on. It's not even there for you to say, well, there's a loose end here. And what are the loose ends? Well, you asked for something, right? But it's not in detail. So, for example, you could say, I want a fancy sports car. That's all you would say, right? And that's such a general statement. The universe is going to give you whatever fancy sports car. And what does fancy mean? So you've got to really be detailed. It's like you say, I want a yellow Ferrari with cream tan interior, leather interior. And I want the wheels to be this way and the tires to be this way. And I want the seats to be comfortable for me. And I want it to be fast. I want it to maybe, let's say, go 150 miles an hour max. But these are the details, see? Rather than saying I want a fancy sports car, you're saying, okay, here's a sports car, and this is the type of sports car I want. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Haven't you ever gotten something? And let's just go all the way to childhood forward. And you really wanted it. You weren't thinking how you would get it or anything. You wanted it. With your heart, you wanted it big time. And let's say that you got it. Now, after, the rush of wanting and really wanting something, and then it's given to you, you have it, what happens? Not long. Fades. Doesn't it? It fades. You remember when you were a kid and you got something, it was the best thing since sliced bread, and you played with it and everything, and then, boom, gone. And then you were on to something else. It's like, you get this new fancy sports car, and you sit in it, you smell leather and everything, and you go, wow, this is really great. And you go, not much longer after that, it's a sports car. Have you experienced that? We all have. None of us are exempt from it. Or you say you want to meet somebody. I want to meet a beautiful woman or a handsome man. I want to have a relationship, a loving relationship. See how it goes? You you're playing with fire when you just kind of generically make a statement to the universe. So you really have to tailor it to you and really make sure you cover all the areas so there's no so-called loose ends. Because you could say, and guess what? Let's say the woman comes in. You meet her. Through one way, shape, form, something, this and that, and boom, there she is. And you're mesmerized. So you go out to dinner, romantic dinner and everything, and you're talking there, and everything seems absolutely spectacular, right? And then she begins to drink and drink and drink and drink, and at first you go, oh, well, yeah. And she ends up, you find out that she has a huge drinking problem. Now, did you cover that in your request? You asked the universe, send this. No, you didn't. So see what I mean? And you've got to really be detailed, and only one thing at a time. So you give it good thought. And it's through the heart. I mean, that's why this movie that everybody's watching, all your loved ones and everything, and you're there too, is about you. Everything. And you play it, and then you unplug things and plug other things in, rearrange it, okay? You can edit it. You're the editor, the director, the producer. So you can do whatever you want with the movie to have it come out exactly the way you want it to come out. You might want to meet somebody with red hair, right? And that's it. I want to meet somebody with red hair. You meet somebody with red hair, but all the rest of it just isn't there. This is how we get frustrated, and this is how we get attached, and this is how we get let down. This basically, you're wishing or wanting, or you're designating for yourself some things, whether it's a goal, you accomplish this, or, whatever it may be. There's always something that we want, okay? Healthier body, okay? Younger. Happy. You ever hear people say they don't need much? All they're really interested in is having a happy life. And how do you do that? Well, the movie's a great start. You replay it over and over again until you've got it perfected exactly the way you want it to be. And you watch it over and over and over again. Our retention factor when you read something, okay, is very low percent of comprehension. This is why when people read a book or something and you quiz them on it, they don't have the depth. Unless they've read it more than once and studied it and researched it and highlighted certain things in it. But if you just skim through or read through the book, have you ever skimmed a book and then someone asks you questions on it, maybe in college or something or a high school, you skimmed a book. I can just skim it and I can find certain areas in there and that'll suffice for me. And then you get caught because you think you had enough information from that book that you scanned, but then you said, I should have read it thoroughly. And even then, when we read it thoroughly, a lot of information we don't see, and every one of us are different. So we forget a lot quickly, and we go back and we read it again. Now, it's got to be interesting to us, right? If it's not interesting to us, we're not going to read it again, period. But if it's motivating and it's interesting to us, we're going to read it again because it was fun or exciting for us to read the first time. It's like a movie, right? You see a certain movie and you go, I could see that movie more than once. And you usually end up doing it. Well, I've seen this movie 4, 5, 6 times because I liked it so much. Now, it's the same with our lives. It's a movie. And guess what? You're the actor, the actress. You're the producer, the director. You're the editor. You're everything. You're the set design, the costume, everything. So what does that mean? That means that you can change anything in that movie you desire. Or nothing. It just depends. For us our attitude in this life, attitude of gratitude, you've heard that several times, but genuinely so. And you can usually tell when someone is genuinely grateful. You really can. You can pick up on it. You can also tell when someone is the opposite. We have 0 limitations. 0. We have never had limitations. So why does it appear or seem that we have dozens of limitations? Because we created them. Okay, so how does one create all these limitations? Well, it's how you're programmed through life, from baby to adult. And it's how you've been programmed. It's other people's thoughts programmed you. Those are not your thoughts. Those are other people's thoughts that programmed you into who you are right in this very moment. Now, when we get to a point and we start to understand that, okay, so I was programmed, that's great, okay, fine. But then can I dump the hard drive and download new information? Absolutely. You can start programming yourself. Not a difficult task. You start filling yourself with things that you want. Say, you want. How you want to be. Now, obviously, you're in deep gratitude of how you are exactly as the way you are right in this very moment. But then you say, well, you know, I would like this, 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 and this. So I'm going to zero in on one of these as a priority, and then I'm going to send that off to the universe. I'm going to expedite it. And then the universe will respond and give you what you've asked for. Just as I've said, though, you do not do it half-ass, where the ego mind's in charge, because that's not going to go anywhere. 99.9999% of the time, it doesn't go anywhere. Through the heart mind, a whole different ball game. So we have seven real easy steps. Step 1, identify your desires. Identify even if you have to write it down. Identify your desires. Assess where you invest your time seeking fulfillment, love, connection, peace, or prosperity. Define the specific goals or desires you aim to manifest and why they matter to you. Shift your mindset. Recognize that negative mindsets linked to lack. Recognize negative mindsets are linked to lack, neediness, and powerlessness. We can see that. We can prove it to ourselves every day if we need to. Take 3 deep breaths to acknowledge these feelings without judgment, then release them with exultation or exhalation. Embrace and release these feelings to disempower their hold over your manifesting process. Visualization exercise, important. Engage in a daily visualization exercise for 3 weeks. Envision yourself in a cinema directing the most incredible movie about your future. Craft scenes that evoke feelings of abundance, love, joy, and freedom. So you're making these scenes, see? Scenes that evoke feelings of abundance, love, joy, and freedom. Reframe or eliminate scenes that don't align with these positive emotions. Focus intensely for 45 seconds on the most uplifting scene to deepen its impact. Step 4 is reflect and project. After visualizing, envision the transformed life 1 year ahead. Embrace the emotions associated with achieving your desires, relief, joy, and satisfaction. Radiate this golden, magnetic energy within and around you, expanding its reach to the world and beyond. Step 5, embrace manifesting power. Depart the visualization with a sense of trust in this universe's ability to fulfill your desires. Recognize your innate ability to manifest and trust the process of attraction. Cultivate a feeling of ease in manifesting, knowing that what you seek is already on its way. And not doing it superficially, because that's not going to work. Got to do it from the heart mind, heartfelt. Step 6, continual practice and overcoming obstacles. Consistently practice visualization to strengthen your manifesting abilities. Address any skepticism or negativity that may hinder your creative process. Utilize past experiences to fuel positive feelings and imagination for future manifestation. And step 7, gratitude and readiness. Appreciate the riches soon to manifest into your life. Be grateful for the journey and newfound clarity on steps to manifest abundance. See, this is what it is. And we all contain the power to master it all. Would it be boring? Heck no. Talk about spicing up your life. Imagine being so footloose and fancy-free that every day you pick and choose what you're going to manifest, and it comes in. See, the motivational aspect of that is that you'll end, I guarantee you will end up helping other people with many different things. Because you move yourself in your natural state of being, which is what? Within, with the God that you are, the pure consciousness. That's where the bliss, the joy, the happiness, infinity is. Not these short stints that we get, quick fixes on the surface through the ego mind in this generated material physical world. Those are, we have them, oh, it's great, and then they fade real quick. You ever notice that? Fade out real quick. To have it always, we carry it with us always within these bodies, the gods that we are, which is bliss, joy, happiness, all of it permanent. And yet because of our programming, we've looked out and we have found short bursts of happiness, joy, peace, tranquility, bliss. And carrying a complete attitude of gratitude 24/7 is absolutely paramount, because you know why? You are not focused on negativity. Yeah, it comes in on occasion. nowhere near as much as it's doing right now to everyone on this planet. Do you choose? It's interesting, isn't it? It's nobody's choices but our own. We choose to do this. You say, okay, well, I know if I allow myself and I visualize myself going downhill, I have no control over my speed. I crash into a rock or a tree or whatever. What's going to happen? This is going to be horrible, blah, 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 blah. That's ego mind feeding you. You say, nope, not going there. I've been there. I know what that's like. I've been there more than once. We all have. We know what it's like. We know what it does, too. Some of us may not admit it, but we know what it does. It manifests more of the same crap that we're currently experiencing. It's pretty much deductive reason. You say, well, on this hand, I'm in the habit of attracting this crap, right? Or I can shift and concentrate on the things I do want truly in this life and embrace the positivity of it all. You ever notice when you aren't fixated on something, that's when it happens? You ever notice that? But it seems like when you're fixated on something, it's like pushes it away. It's like someone's got a string and they keep pulling it, right? And as soon as your hand goes down there, they pull it again. And so then you move forward a little bit more, and then there it is, and you grab it and pull it again. It gets real frustrating. So we all of this is an awareness of choice for every one of us. And there's those people who have been trained to think that this stuff is all hooey. And it isn't, see? It's the real deal. And we all have that power to make the choice, to decide, this is the direction I'm going to go. Now, you understand that because of our being habitual with the lower frequencies, which we all have been. And now we've decided, I'm not going there anymore. I don't care to go there anymore. Well, you've experienced it. Yeah, more than once, and I'm grateful for those experiences. But I don't care to wallow in that pond anymore. I'm going to the one up the hill. It's brand new and clean. It's like a blank canvas, and so I can start designing my life. You can design your life. You're the designer of your life. Period. Like the movie example, and doing this exercise with the movie, and taking these steps and employing them. It's training. That's it. It's knowing what you're doing. What is the reason that you have decided to pull in positivity rather than negativity? Because you've had a lot of negativity. Is negativity necessarily bad? No, not really, because it motivates us to direct ourselves into a more positive state. Because we know what it's like to be there. You choose with your heart mind, and then you visualize. Watch what happens. Your whole life will shift. But, okay, if you're tricked by the ego mind and you project that or you emphasize something in the manifestation world, it's not going to happen. And then, like people that you've come across that say that their life sucks, right? Or, the old statement, life's a bitch and then you die. See, these are all mentality. They're all perspective. And a lot of us don't even realize that we're creating it. In fact, the ego can't comprehend it, right? It can't. It's too small of a container. Ego mind's too small of a container. It's not going to figure it out. It really isn't. This is why we have to go into the heart mind. We choose to go into heart mind. You don't have to go, but you choose to go into the heart mind. You practice, and you're practicing not like it's drudgery, but because it's so fulfilling and wonderful. And that's the way it'll be in the event you're doing it in the right direction and not get caught up with the ego mind and go back down the hill into what? Into negativeville. A lot of us will think negativity, but not really not to the extent where we're aware of it. We just do it automatically because we're used to doing it. We don't think twice about it. But this is about managing your thoughts, mastering your thoughts, so that you know, okay, there's no reason for me to go into a negative direction at all. I can focus on a positive direction through my heart mind. And I can build the movie exactly the way I want. I can plug this in, take this out. Right? Rearrange this over here. You see? Fun. It's a fun thing. And you feel good, and you continue to feel good. You build your confidence, you build your faith, you build your trust in yourself and the universe. So, I will join in meditation. I'll return to close us out. Take an easy, slow breath in through the nose, and an easy and slow breath out from the mouth. Remain still. For today, recognize a sacred aspect in everyone you meet. Feel that underneath their ego trip and hurricane of thoughts is a divine being waiting to be seen. Know that you are completely perfect, whole, and at peace at the core. Just don't think you are. Know you are. At your core, you have the power to experience bliss anywhere and transcend any suffering that may occur. Be this divinity. It's as simple and sweet as recognizing that you are pure being. Take this with you for the rest of the day into the evening and night and the following morning. We will return here Tuesday, November 28th, 2023, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, and purest of the purest purest. Eternal gratitude at all times, no matter what's happening within you or outside of you.